Hey everybody, Cinema Sickness here with your daily sickness video, and happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Hope you guys are having a great week thus far. We're just gonna get right into today's daily sickness video because today we have some reviews for you guys. Yes, it is that time again. Time for some reviews, so let's take a look at what I've recently been checking out. So first up here was Get Hard. This was actually a pretty decent movie. I did enjoy this. I wouldn't say it was either Will Ferrell's best or Kevin Hart's best movies. Not the funniest, but still a decent movie. Liked what it was about. Love the idea of Will Ferrell being this, rich guy and him getting trapped in this scheme. His father-in-law kind of traps him into this scheme. Where basically he's going to lose all his money. Father-in-law completely sets him up. It's all BS. Will Ferrell's on the up and up. Hasn't done anything wrong, but the father-in-law sets him up, and he hires Kevin Hart to kind of toughen him up, to get him... they actually make that pun a lot, to get him hard, to get ready for jail so he doesn't get, raped and the crap beat out of him and stuff in jail, because he's a little pansy and wants to be a tough guy. And in the process, he befriends Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart kind of goes, something's wrong here. I think you're getting screwed over. You didn't do anything wrong. You're getting all set up, and then they end up having to solve the crime and defeat the evil father-in-law. So decent movie, had some very funny moments. If you're a fan of Will Ferrell or you're a fan of Kevin Hart, it is worth checking out. Again, I wouldn't say the best of either of their movies, but still funny, worth checking out. I actually would recommend it. I would say this definitely goes under the, you don't have to see it. It's not a must-see, but I would say if it's something you've wanted to see, if you've been interested in, it is at least worth checking out once if it's something you're thinking about seeing. So I enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty funny. I'll be watching it again, so very cool. Then an interesting movie. I wasn't quite sure what to make of this when I first came across it. Actually, this was sent to me. And that is the Unauthorized Saved by the Bell story. Now, going into this, I kind of knew what it was about. It's based on, from what I've been told anyway, based on the book that Screech wrote. And you kind of take that with a bit of a grain of salt, because I hear that that book might not be 100% absolutely truthful, and I could see that. There were some parts of it that, I have to say that nothing necessarily in this story really stuck out too much as something that absolutely, positively, 100% could have not happened. I saw a lot of stuff in this and just thought, I could see that possibly being a thing that actually, went on behind the scenes. Nothing too over the top. And I was kind of expecting that going into this. I thought, wow, this is going to be really over the top. There's going to be so many things I'm going to look at and go, there's no way that ever happened. There's no way this happened. Oh, Screech never did that. But I wouldn't say there's anything necessarily like that. Again, with that being said, it is kind of told from Screech's point of view, so there are some things where you maybe raise an eyebrow here and there where it's like, I wonder if that actually did happen, but nothing too over the top that I would say it couldn't have happened. But from what I hear, from what I've been told, the story's a bit made up, and apparently some of this stuff actually did not happen, and I'm not surprised by that at all. It is Screech, so it is what it is. Dustin Diamond, Dustin Diamond is Dustin Diamond. What else can I say about Dustin Diamond? It was just kind of a shame. He never really broke out of that whole Screech thing. And, unfortunately, some actors get stuck in that. They get stuck as being known as that one person, and it's very hard for them to break out. Some people do. Some people get lucky and they can move on. I mean, like Will Smith and stuff like that can move on. Although, to me, I look at Will Smith, and even though I picture him in other movies, he's always going to be the Fresh Prince to me. But regardless, I think my theory on this whole actors thing and not being able to get out of like a certain role and move on past that role, part of me thinks you need to do two things. You need to embrace that role. Embrace what people know you for. Do not put it down. Do not try to distance yourself from it. Embrace it. And also at the same time, try to move on. And I think that works a lot of times. I see that with actors. I see actors who will just, they have this character that they're having a hard time breaking away from. They just go, that's it, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this character. I want nothing to do with this character. I hate this character. I'm so over this person. That's it. And then they go crazy and their career collapses and nobody cares about them anymore. But I also see other actors who get known for being a character, but then they embrace that character. Say, yes, I was this character. I know you guys love it. I'm going to joke about it. I'm going to go on, like Leno or David Letterman or, whatever. And I'm going to, to joke about it and stuff and do skits about it and you know, and just they just embrace this character. And I think when they do that, people go, ah, yes, we love you. We love you. We love that character. Let's see what else you can do. You know, people are more interested to check out what else you can do acting wise because they love you as an actor, because they love that character so much. They love the character you played. They embrace it so much that they also appreciate you for who you are, for being that character, and because of that, they're more open to see you do other things, and they can embrace you doing other things, and they would like to see you do other things because they like you. Whereas, again, Dustin Diamond, you know, he just kind of went crazy and tried to really distance himself from being Screech, and I think if he just would have embraced it more, he would have just, you know, been like, yeah, I'm Screech. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't say that Dustin Diamond ever would have been like big, huge, great actor, but I think he could have done more in his life than he did. I think if he just would have really embraced the character. I mean, I don't know if I would have been continuing to do Screech after the college years like he did, because he was Screech on the New Class. That might have been pushing a little bit. Again, I'm not saying distance yourself. You know, don't forget that you were ever that character. But I don't know if I would have kept playing Screech at that point. I probably would have been like, I would have been saying, okay, I'm done playing the character, but I'm still going to embrace the character, if that makes sense. So, anyway, it is what it is. But it was interesting. If it is something you're thinking about checking out, if you're interested, I would say see it. It wasn't bad. I was expecting this to be horrible. It really wasn't. It was well done. It's just take the story with a grain of salt, because from what I hear, not everything's 100% truthful in this story, but everybody did a pretty good job of playing their part too. So I thought it was well done for what it is. But again, maybe not 100% truthful, but still worth a watch if it's your thing. Then I just really got in the mood to watch this movie, and I checked out Twister. I've seen Twister many, many times. I don't know why all of a sudden I was just like, I really want to watch Twister. So I went, picked it up. Well, I didn't pick it up. I picked it up out of my collection and watched it. So I love this movie. It is so much fun. It's cheesy. It's a popcorn film. Sit back, take it for what it is. It's fun. It's just full of action. It's a little goofy, but it's a lot of fun, and that's what I love about it. I absolutely love just how much fun it is, and that's what it is for me. It's absolutely 100% from start to finish fun. So again, big fan. I would say the only downfall to Twister is the fact that you can tell the CGI is very dated. I love watching movies from this time period where you can see a movie like Jurassic Park, which came out before Twister. You can see a movie like Jurassic Park, and you can just see how much effort and how much money was spent on the CGI, to the point where it might still look a little dated when you're watching it today, but not to the point where it's really going to stand out and you're really going to notice it. You're going to fall right into the movie. It's fine. For the most part, a lot of the CGI looks fantastic, and like things like Jurassic Park. This, you can tell maybe they had a bit of a budget with the CGI. I'm sure back when this movie came out. In fact, I remember when this movie came out. I remember seeing it and not thinking anything about the CGI, thinking everything looked great. But now when you watch it, the CGI is so incredibly dated. It is very, very dated. It looks kind of piss poor. There's certain scenes of like the Twister and stuff, and you're like, that looks like I'm watching a cartoon on screen. It can get pretty bad at times, but it's still a lot of fun. It's still pretty cool. I mean, I love when things are crashing through the like they're in this like barn at one point, and like things are crashing down, and it's like slowly going like it's not even, it doesn't just come like smashing in like you'd expect it to. Like nowadays, of course, all that would be CGI, but nowadays things come smashing in. Like it looks like something's like on like a rope, and they're just like, let it down gently. We don't want to hurt anybody. It's funny. So is the movie dated? Oh, it is incredibly dated. But is the movie still so much fun and such an awesome flick? Yes, love watching some storm chasers and a little bit of a romantic story involved as well. All the crazy tornado-ness. I love seeing the bad guys get swept up in the tornado. That's always fun. So, love the movie. Love Twister. I would highly recommend the movie. Like I said, it's dated. It's ridiculous. It's fun. It's goofy. It's over the top. It is a popcorn film, but it is awesome. I love Twister. Oh boy. All right. Then I watched The Human Race. I was kind of expecting this to be possibly decent. I'm thinking like Hunger Games, or why am I forgetting the name of it now? The movie Hunger Games is absolutely ripped off. and I'm seriously drawing a complete blank right now, and I'm looking for it because I know it starts with a B. Oh my god, that's going to drive me insane now, and it's going to pop in my head as soon as I'm done this video, like always. And why can't I find it? I have like 3 different... Oh, they're Battle Royale. That's what I'm thinking of. Battle Royale. I'm thinking kind of like that, because the synopsis makes it sound like that. It's these people who get kind of kidnapped, and they're stuck in this race. They have to race. They have to keep racing. They can't like touch the grass. They can't stop racing. They can't be lapped twice. If any of this happens, they die. And I'm like, that could be kind of interesting. That could be interesting. You know, that could be neat. There's people on here, you know, exploding and with knives. And look at our main guy there. He's missing a leg, and he's got barbed wire and all kinds of stuff, and a shard of glass in his hand. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. It looks pretty cool. It's not. It's so incredibly boring. It's these people who are just like on the streets, and they get like zapped away, and now they got a race, and you get all these weird backstories. I love like the 15-minute backstory to this one chick who dies before the race even starts. She gets knocked onto the grass. They say not to touch the grass or you'll explode, and she does. Why did we get this like 15-minute backstory about this girl's life and who she is and why she's in the situation she is and whatnot, when she's gonna die immediately? Race starts, or not even, that's the thing, the race didn't even start, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken. Either just started or didn't even start. She gets knocked into the grass, dead. That is it. Her life is over. Her character is gone. You never see her again, obviously, because she's dead. Wow, thank you for the big backstory on this character who, you know, served no purpose whatsoever. So, again, this movie was horrible. It was shot horribly. It was edited horribly. Oh my god, the editing in this was just horrendous. Everything about this movie was just bad. I mean, it had potential. I mean, it could have been like a Hunger Games Battle Royale-esque type movie, and done right. That could have been interesting, could have been unique, could have been, you know, something, you know, I wasn't something like gold out of this, but I was something at least somewhat decent. And it wasn't. It was bad. I mean, I don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand how movies like this get made. Like, just how did this ever, like, I should be making movies, because apparently I'm the best filmmaker in the entire world, because I can make a better movie than this. This was bad. I just don't get it. So, written and directed by Paul Hugh, H-O-U-G-H. So, Paul, why did you make this movie? This was bad. So, I would say don't see this. Stay far, far away from the human race. It's not good. Macabre by, what does that say? I have no idea. Macabre by somebody. Excel Radiator? I don't know. Stay away from this. It's bad. Just, I don't know what to say about it. Just, it's absolutely garbage. Alright, but then a movie that made up for it. I watched Gone Girl, and this was not garbage. This was absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, was Gone Girl good. I had no idea what the plot was, and I don't want to give too much away, so hopefully, maybe spoilers here, but I'm going to try not to, because I was blown away by it. I had no idea what this movie was about. I went into this completely blind. I heard it was good, and that was all I had heard about it. So many twists and turns in this movie. You start off thinking, I'm going to try to describe this without giving much away. You start off thinking, you know, Ben Affleck has his wife goes missing. And you start off thinking one thing, and you're like, okay, I can't, you know, all right, this is probably how this is going to go down. And then, like, halfway through the movie, it changes. You're like, oh no, okay, all right, it's going to go this way. And then, like, 3/4 in the movie, it changes again, and it goes a different route. It just keeps throwing you for all these loops, and you just keep thinking, okay, this is what's happening, and then something else happens. And it's such a twisted story. And his wife in this movie, again, a little bit of a spoiler here, but his wife in this movie is just batshit insane. I mean, definitely goes on record as one of, like, the greatest kind of villains, evil people, or whatever in a movie. I mean, just, she is sadistic, and, you know, this suburban perfect housewife, you know, you wouldn't think it. Crazy. I mean, just getting batshit, sorry for the cursing, but batshit crazy, just nuts, and I loved it. So this movie was so well done. Everything about this movie. I like the ending too. It didn't end the way I thought it was going to either, which I thought was pretty cool. I like where they went at the ending. It kind of made it a little bit more realistic in a sort of way. So This was great. See this movie. If nothing left, nothing else then for Neil Patrick Harris and his fun scene in bed with Ben Affleck's wife. I love it. So Gone Girl. Oh my god, this was good. Hopefully I didn't give too much away there. I gave kind of some things away, but I tried to be a little bit. I try to not do too many spoilers because this is worth checking out. See Gone Girl. I loved it. It was amazing. Another decent movie that threw you for turns was Thin Ice. This was also really well done, and I didn't expect it to go where it was going. See, again, I'm trying not to give too much stuff away here, but you said this whole movie thinking about this whole crime keeper movie sort of thing, and you think it's one of those movies where somebody starts, commits like a small kind of crime, like thinks they can just get away with something, kind of little and not too bad, taking advantage of an old man, and then that just spiraling into this huge, horrible situation that he gets himself stuck into. And that's where I thought the movie was going. I thought it was going that way where, okay, somebody starts out doing something, bad, but, whatever. But then that little bad thing just spiraling into just like, you are in the worst situation. You have dug yourself so incredibly deep. You're screwed. But then at the end, it totally takes a twist and you find out what was actually going on the entire time. And I was like, yo, that was awesome. I did not see that coming. I didn't expect it to be that way because, it sets itself up so well as one of those movies about somebody digging themselves deep into this hole where towards the end of the movie when there's a twist, you're like, oh, it wasn't that. It was going completely different. So awesome. Thin Ice was great. All the characters were fantastic in this. The story was fantastic. I love the twist ending. See Thin Ice. This was great. All right. And then the last 4 movies we have here, we got the Transformers films. Now, the first 3 Transformers movies here, I've seen them already. I love these films. They're just great, fun popcorn films. When it comes down to it, Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich, I think, are like the 2 kings of like cheesy, ridiculous, over the top, but really fun popcorn movies. I mean, just their movies are just so goofy and ridiculous and just fun are full of just like fun action and adventure and just crazy one-liners, and they're just so over the top, but they're so much fun to watch, and I'm a sucker for them. And that's the way the first 3 Transformers movies are. These are very over the top, especially the first one here. Transformers is really, of course I watched my HD DVD version, is really over the top and just, I mean, the one-liners just constantly in this, and they're so cheesy, and the story is just insane, and just everything about this is crazy, but it's so much fun. This is not a movie to take seriously. If you're going into Transformers, expecting a serious Transformers movie, you're going to be sorely disappointed. It is goofy, it is ridiculous, and I love everything about it. It's fun. That's what I like about it. It's a fun movie. I'm not going into this expecting, a super serious, this isn't a drama. This isn't a biopicture. It's a story about giant Transformers. Make it goofy. I'm fine with that. I love it. Now with the next 2 movies, they're also, we have Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. We have 2 movies here that I think they tried to go a little bit more, serious with, and I mean, because this was just really over the top, and I felt they toned it back a little bit for these, but definitely not completely. These are not completely toned back by any means. They're still goofy, they're still over the top, the characters are fantastic, and I just love them. I don't know what more to say about these movies. They're fun, goofy movies. I like, and that's the thing, you can have like an over the top, bizarre, cheesy, goofy movie, but as long as it has a decent plot and the characters are fun and it just flows well and it's just an enjoyable movie, then it's awesome. I mean, if your plot sucks and your characters suck and you try to make a goofy over the top movie, it's not going to be fun. But you just got to do it right. And I definitely think Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich tend to do it pretty good, where the movies are ridiculous, but they're also a lot of fun. And again, I love the original Transformers trilogy, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's not gonna be for everybody. I know a lot of people just absolutely just tear these movies apart and have nothing but bad things to say about them, and I guess rightfully so, because these types of movies aren't for everybody. Some people want every movie they watch to be serious, to be, I got to go into this one, and just serious. We need a movie that is 100%, you can't have any fun, like nothing like that. I want a serious movie. That's what you're looking for, fine. But you're not going to get that with Transformers. Like I said, they're goofy, they're over the top, they're popcorn movies, and I love them. I'd recommend checking them all out. So I'm not going to go too much into them and too much in depth, but they are fun movies. See the original Transformers trilogy. I love it. And Shia LaBeouf in them is just fantastic as well. Every character is fantastic. His parents can get a bit annoying at times. I'll give you that. His parents are just, they make you want to punch yourself in the face a couple times. But towards the end, you kind of love them. So anyway, cool movies. See them. But the movie I hadn't watched yet, the reason I went back and watched all three of these films is because I hadn't seen the fourth movie yet, and that is Transformers Age of Extinction. So, this was not so much fun. First off, long, 3 hours long. These are like 2.5 hours long. So this is like a 3 hour long movie, which, isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, but it's just not a very good movie, and they should have cut it back a little bit, in my opinion. 3 hours is a long time for a mediocre Transformers film. This film, it's just kind of like, why was it made? I mean, I was open for a fourth movie, how they brought back, the same characters again. I mean, that's the thing. Bring back, they brought back Shia LaBeouf and all the other characters, all the other actors and whatnot from the movies. Bring that back, do a fourth movie, okay. Because I kind of like the idea of, the Earth's been saved, and, what was it, Chicago, whatever, was like completely destroyed and everything. And now what they're doing is, the government's basically just hunting down, all Transformers, Autobots, Decepticons, just get rid of them all. We do not need these robots on Earth anymore. They're causing nothing but problems. Of course, like always, once again, well, you don't want to get rid of the Autobots because they're going to save the world, which we have happen again in this one. Kind of differently, though. There's this guy who creates these, creates Transformers because they got the technology now. They can create them, and they go kind of evil because they created it with, Decepticon parts, and, I don't know what else to say about it. It just wasn't all that good. And, Marky Mark, I mean, why did Mark Wahlberg do this movie? I don't even know. It just seemed pointless. I'm watching this movie thinking to myself, I guess I kind of like where they went with the plot, and had they made a fourth movie again, really tying it into the first three, I guess it could have been okay, sort of, but it just felt like, oh, hey, the last three movies made a ton of money. Let's pump out another one yet, because, we need to make some more money. And it just fell flat for me. It just felt forced, I guess you would say. It just felt like a movie that really did not need to be made. We did not need this movie. Again, it felt forced. It really felt like they just said, quick, write something up. They're hunting them all down. I don't know, just something. We need a fourth movie. Come on, let's do this. We can't get any of these same actors back. Whatever, let's just pump this out. We'll make money off it. That's what it felt like. It was a cash grab, and that's kind of a shame. I don't think this movie needed to be made. The plot was mediocre. The action, it was mediocre. See, that's the thing. These movies are fun. That's the thing. They're fun. They're goofy. They're over the top. They're popcorn movies. These are fun movies. The issue is this movie was not fun. It took itself way too seriously. There wasn't there was a couple goofy lines here and there, but I felt this movie, again, this was a lot more serious. If you're looking for a serious Transformers movie, you're going to want to watch Age of Extinction. This was a lot more serious, a lot more on point. And that's what kind of ruined it for me. It wasn't fun. 3 hours of just a really serious Transformers movie. I'm just like, when is this going to be over? Whereas these are 2.5 hours long each, and I breezed through these because the whole time I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the action. Just more. I mean, these were fun. Age of Extinction just wasn't. It just wasn't fun. That's the problem with it. They needed another over-the-top crazy movie. That would have been okay, I guess. But it was a cash grab. They tried to go a bit more serious. It was forced. We did not need a fourth Transformers movie. Are they making a fifth one? Does anybody know? Leave a comment below if you know they're making a fifth one. I didn't look up any information on that. Even the end of this one, they kind of sort of left it open for a fifth movie. Although if they do make a fifth movie, is it not going to take place on Earth? Because they kind of open it up where like leave it open at the end where like if it doesn't take place on Earth, you know, it'll take place somewhere else. Maybe that'll save the movie. I don't know. Are they doing a fifth one? I wouldn't be surprised, but leave a comment down below. So Age of Extinction, kind of a stinker. So the first three movies, the true Transformers trilogy, I highly recommend these movies. I just love them. They are fun. That's all I can say about them. They're fun. They're not serious. Do not go into these movies thinking they're going to be a fun or a serious movie. No, they're goofy. They're ridiculous. They're popcorn. They're cheesy. And that's why I love them. This was just kind of garbage. I don't have much. I will watch these movies over and over again. I'm probably, I don't know. Will I ever watch this again? Maybe. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I'm not trying to say this is like the worst movie ever. It's not. It's watchable. It's okay for what it is. I mean, if you've seen the first three and you're thinking about checking the fourth movie out, sure, why not? I mean, it's not complete garbage. I'm not trying to like say this is the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not that bad. It's just, it's a departure from the first three in my opinion, and it does feel forced. It does feel like a cash grab, and it's just nowhere near as enjoyable as the first three movies. So see these, and if you want to see this one, see it. But honestly, after you've seen these three, you don't need to see this. If you have no interest in seeing Age of Extinction, you kind of don't need to. But definitely see these three. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is it. That's what I've recently been checking out. So, all right. So like I always say, guys, thank you so much for simply watching this video. Just by watching this video and showing your support by watching this video means the world to me. I really appreciate it. But of course, you can also show your support by simply liking this video by clicking that thumbs up tab down below. It only takes 2 seconds, and it really helps my videos out. I would definitely appreciate it. Also, you can subscribe. I do a brand new daily sickness video every single day. Reviews, unboxings, collection updates, cinema hunting videos, looks into my collection, looks into my sickness for cinema on a daily basis, plus bonus videos sprinkled in here and there all the time. Like there's one this morning. I did a Game Boy Pickus video this morning. Check that out if you haven't already. So if you want to see at least one new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button. I've been doing this for over 4 years now. I got no plans on stopping. So again, hit that subscribe button. You'll see a brand new video from me every single day. Also, down below, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description, there's a bunch of links, like to my Patreon account, where you can pledge a monthly donation to help support this show. My Spreadshirt account, where you can purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness hat, a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, tank tops, hoodies, satchels, baby gear, kids gear, buttons, all kinds of Cinema Sickness merch to pick up if you're looking to get some of that. The usuals, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those are down below as well. And also, if you're on Listia and you're on eBay, I have my Listia and eBay pages down there, so you can follow me on those websites and see everything I have up for auction. Constantly posting stuff up on Listia and eBay. I post something new like every single, or I'm constantly posting stuff on eBay. Listia, I post something new pretty much every single day, so you can follow me there. If you're not watching this on YouTube and you're watching this at cinemasickness.com, look up above you, right underneath the Cinema Sickness logo. All those same exact websites are right above you. You see a whole bunch of icons. Click on any of those icons. It'll take you to those same exact websites. And if you are not watching us at cinemasickness.com, if you are watching us on YouTube, there is a link to cinemasickness.com down below as well. Click on that link. Head over there. Check it out. I do post these videos there, but I post so much more as well. If I find good deals that are going on or interesting news or just stuff I'm up to, I post all kinds of stuff over at cinemasickness.com, more so than just these videos. I got my collection listed there, FAQ page, what I'm watching, all kinds of stuff like that. And also while you're there, be sure to click on the Team Sickness tab, where you can check out all the great collection updates and reviews and whatnot from those guys and gals. If you like my videos, you're going to like their videos. And if you're interested in joining, just shoot me an email, let me know, and we'll talk about that. So, yeah, so check out Team Sickness. They would definitely appreciate your support. So, all right, guys, there you go. That is it. So, again, hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic Tuesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday. See you then, guys. Bye.